time I'm doing a podcast and I'm watching how night patrolling goes on. तो स्पेशली क्या चीज़ पे ध्यान रखते हो सर नाइट पेट्रोलिंग में?
नाइट पेट्रोलिंग में हम लोग ध्यान रखते हैं कि जब सिटी सो जाती है तो जो मिसक्रिएंट्स हैं उनकी एक्टिविटीज़ किस प्रकार से हैं। जैसे कि जो लोग हाउस ब्रेकिंग करते हैं, रात में रॉबरीज करते हैं, या फिर रात के समय में कुछ प्रकार के बॉडी ऑफेंसेस करते हैं, जैसे कि मारा मारी या अटेम्प्ट टू मर्डर या मर्डर जैसे केसेस हो सकते हैं। ऐसे लोगों पर हम लोग ध्यान रखते हैं। और जो कॉलोनीज़ हैं, जो सोसाइटीज़ हैं, उनमें अगर कोई ऐसे लोग घूम रहे हैं जो वहाँ पर बिलोंग नहीं करते, उनको हम लोग डिटेन करते हैं, उन पर कार्रवाई करते हैं। इसके अलावा जो क्राउडेड एरियाज़ हैं जैसे कि रेलवे स्टेशन, एयरपोर्ट, यहाँ पर कोई लॉ एंड ऑर्डर इशू ना हो, उसके ऊपर हम लोग रात में ध्यान देते हैं।
तो सर नेचुरली ये बोला जाता है कि लाइक बीइंग एन आईपीएस ऑफिसर वो 9 to 5 करके निकल जाते हैं। इज इट नॉट ट्रू देन? एट नाइट आल्सो यू नीड टू कम एंड सिट इन दिस ऑफिस।
9 to 5 आईपीएस ऑफिसर के लिए बोला जाता है कि नहीं बोला जाता ये तो मेरे को नहीं पता। उल्टा बोल सकते हैं 5 PM टू मॉर्निंग 9 AM बोलेंगे तो ज़्यादा अच्छा रहेगा, क्योंकि मेन काम ही 5 बजे से चालू होता है, जब लोग अपने ऑफिस से वापस आते हैं। उसी के बाद ही क्राइम सिचुएशन बदलती है, जो कि रात भर चलती है। और मॉर्निंग 9 के बाद थोड़ा सा पीसफुल रहता है, जब मॉर्निंग 9 से लेके आफ्टरनून 1 या 2 तक। तो और जैसे ही कहा जाता है कि 24/7 जॉब रहता है, और वीकली एक कंपलसरी नाइट ड्यूटी रहती है ऑन रोटेशन बेसिस। और उसके अलावा अगर नाइट में कुछ घटनाएं हुई है तो वी हैव टू अटेंड दैट।
So, like it's been now 6 to 7 years in the profession?
Yes, more than 7 years.
More than 7 years. So, if I ask you, what's the most challenging thing you have faced as of now? And how you cope up?
See, Nagpur city is itself a challenging posting. And the last 1.5 years which I have been in Nagpur, it has thrown numerous challenges. And I am unable to remember anything before Nagpur which was more challenging. So last week only there was a case in which 2 unknown people entered the house of a 65-year-old woman and then they raped her. And those 2 people were unknown to her. So that was a very challenging case to detect that who were those 2 people, why they came. There were no CCTV cameras, there were no eyewitnesses, and the case was completely blind. It was a challenging case. Similarly, certain other cases have been reported in which, for example, in one case, dead body was found, and 2 unknown person have, as found out later on, it was found that 2 unknown persons who were not known to him at all, who just met him on that night, had killed him over a few rupees. So it was a challenging case, because in such cases it is very difficult to understand who has done the crime, because he is not at all related to the victim. So it was a challenging case. So similar situations of law and order also are faced in Nagpur city.
So like how the things change, how the evolution you have done, because you said you were born and brought up in Rajasthan, and Mumbai is like a metropolitan city and which is quite famous city in India. So what was your homework especially for this city?
See, I have been born and brought up in Rajasthan, not only Rajasthan but in different cities like Delhi, cities of Uttar Pradesh, and then I came to Maharashtra, and now I am posted in Nagpur. So basically, policing is a job in which we learn daily. We as we do our job, we see new cases. We also see new types of situations. For example, farmer agitation is there. There is clashes between political parties. There are violent protests over violent crimes, and then there are violent crimes. There are series of sometimes crimes happen in a form of a wave in which continuously crime happens. So we learn every day and we evolve every day. And as and when, for example, when I joined in Nagpur, it was a good learning experience, and as and when new cases came to me, I started adapting myself to the situation, and I started learning how to police the city of Nagpur. Similarly, if we get transferred to another city, for example, Pune or Mumbai, so the situation will be different over there. And over there also we have to see the crimes over there, and then we evolve ourselves according to the needs of the city.
सर आपने प्रेशर की बात की एंड यू हैव आल्सो सेड द पॉलिटिकल प्रेशर. जब हम लोग कोई एस्पिरेंट से बात करते हैं बहुत सारे उन मोस्ट ऑफ देम ना एक ही सवाल होता है, बीइंग एन आईपीएस ऑफिसर पॉलिटिकल प्रेशर कितना होता है?
Political pressure is something, it's a part of the democracy. So there are political representatives, and then there is bureaucracy. And as according to our constitution, we are a democracy, we are a republic democracy, and the bureaucrats are responsible for implementing the policies which are being made by the political classes, and bureaucrats are responsible to the public via the political class. So of course there would be certain demands, certain representation made by the political class which a bureaucrat has to do, but at the same time the constitution gives us the power to neglect or to reject things which are illegal, which are unjustified according to the law of the land. So we need to draw a line, we need to draw a line between what is right and what is wrong. We have to work for the political class only up to the extent when their rules, when the dictates given by them are legal in nature. And the thing is that political pressure comes on those bureaucrats who themselves take help of politicians when they are in need. So it's a give and take sort of relationship. Secondly, in our training we are trained on how to manage political pressure, how to work with politicians, and as and when we do our jobs also, we evolve in how to manage political pressure. So it's a learning experience, and we learn slowly of that.
लाइक अभी हम लोग शूट कर रहे हैं तो 1:30 बजने वाला है. तो कभी ऐसा हुआ कि नाइट ड्यूटी करके 3:30-4 बजे आप घर गए हो और फिर 2-3 घंटे में निकलना पड़ा? कोई एक्सपीरियंस?
नहीं, 2-3 घंटे तो नहीं. ऐसा भी हुआ है कि मैं घर गया 4-4:30 बजे, और बस चेंज करके मैं बेड पे लेटा और इमीडिएटली फ़ोन आ गया,
अच्छा, क्या हुआ?
एंड देन फिर उसके बाद निकलना पड़ा. तो एक एक्सपीरियंस ऐसा था कि 4:30 पे मैं घर गया, और 4:30 पे घर जाके मैं तैयार ये ड्रेस चेंज करके मैं बेड पे लेटा ही था कि फ़ोन आया कि एक हाउस में 4 लोग घुसे हैं और घर वालों के हाथ बांध के उन्होंने रॉबरी कर दी. तो फिर देन इमीडिएटली उठा और यूनिफॉर्म चेंज फिर से पहना, देन आई हैव टू लीव. सो दीज काइंड ऑफ सिचुएशंस आर क्वाइट कॉमन. आई वोंट से दैट ये कभी कभी होता है, इट हैपन्स एवरी नाउ एंड देन, and that is a part of a urban policing. So it is, urban policing has its fame on one side, but it has many this occupational hazards also.
सर आपने बोला कि लाइक यू हैव बीन टू राजस्थान, उत्तर प्रदेश एंड 3-4 मोर स्टेट्स यू सेड कि आपने किया. तो ऑब्वियसली व्हेन वी ट्रैवल आपने आपका आइडिया भी लगा होगा कि वहाँ की पुलिसिंग कैसे होता है. नाउ कट टू योर महाराष्ट्र पुलिस, अ वेरी फेमस सिटी. महाराष्ट्र इज ऑलवेज हाईलाइटेड फॉर मेनी थिंग्स. Is it challenging comparing to those?
See, Maharashtra is of course an urban area in which 50% of the Maharashtra population lives in urban areas. So Maharashtra is the most urbanized state of India, and urban place has its own problems and its own challenges, because there is a metropolitan culture in which people from different places of India live, and so there is lesser social cohesion, lesser bonding between the people, and more problems of distrust among them, and therefore there are problems of crime and violence. So, and in an urban area we have to respond very fast. We cannot be slow. For example, in an area where there are huge stretches of jungles, huge stretches of rural areas, police reaches 24 hours later after the crime. But in urban area we have to reach before 10 minutes. response time has to be less than 10 minutes. Within 15 to 20 minutes, all the senior officers reach to the scene of crime, and they have to be over there until and unless the accused are arrested. They cannot go home. So basically, in urban area, we don't work according to our schedule. We work according to the schedule which the criminals have set for us. So it is a very different sort of policing in Maharashtra compared to more rural prone areas like Uttar Pradesh and then Rajasthan.
Last question to you, like in this experience of 7+7 years, कोई ऐसा सिचुएशन था जहाँ पे लगा था कि नहीं हो पाएगा, कुछ पुलिसिंग हो, कुछ मिस्ट्री कंसेप्शन में, but you did it at the end of the day with an example?
No, see, there are many instances like that in which in the starting I think that it is very difficult to solve. But what I have learned, I will give you my examples also, but what I have learned is that I should not stay back. I should not get scared and I should not stay back. If I put my efforts completely, if I just be brave and put all my efforts completely, some or the other result is found. As I told you about that rape case which happened last week. So on the face of it, it looks like now what will happen? We don't know anything, and the victim is not telling anything. But if we go into it, some or the other clue will come out. Similarly, a murder incident happened in one Ganeshpet area over here, in which a dead body of a man was found in a flat, and that man had 5 wives and 3 children with all the 5 wives. So he had 15 children and 5 wives. So it was very difficult to know who has actually killed him and whether he had any pecuniary gains also or pecuniary interest also. So, but once we got into that thing, and we were just we have no clue basically what to do and what not to do. But somehow, if we are working on it, if we are behind it, we get to know some or the other clue which will take us to the culprits. We all know the Delhi gang rape of 2012, I think 2012 or 2013. So in that case, we all got the information that police had arrested all the accused within 1 day or 2 days, and we have seen that series also on Netflix. So basically, if you analyze the situation, police at the time of rape was having no clue who has done the rape. Rape was done in dark light. There were no CCTV cameras, but still, because of their dedication, because of their acumen, they were able to detain that. So basically, there are many challenging situations which we face daily, and the only mantra that I keep for myself is that I need to face the situation bravely. If I face the situation bravely and if I do not stay back, some or the other positive result will come my way.
Just a connecting question to your bravery. बहुत aspirant के लिए खाकी एक, it's something that gives the goosebumps. Do you come from a bureaucratic family?
No.
So how was the experience first day you wear this uniform?
No, earlier at the time of the training, so we wear the uniform at the time of the training. So at the time of the training, we are not that matured, and then the first thing that we think about the uniform is to have a selfie with it and upload it on our social media. But when we join the cadre, when we join the service, and when we face such difficult situations, we understand the responsibility behind the khaki. And moreover, when we work in an urban area where people look towards us for their safety and security, where we actually are the guardians of their safety and security, we understand the responsibility of the uniform, and we also understand what will happen when we are not wearing the uniform. We understand the difference behind that. So basically, in an urban area, we understand the importance of uniform and the change in our personality after we wear the uniform, and what were we before wearing the uniform, and what is the change in the outlook of the people when they see us in uniform. So that is the importance of uniform that we understand while we work in an urban area.